What's good, YouTube? The Truth here, and I'm back with another video, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure you sub up, leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what you think of the video. Now let's get into this shit. Now for today, we're gonna be talking about Mr. Tommy Fumbles and how Jake Paul gave him another chance. Now I know a lot of people who are into boxing are kind of iffy on the YouTubers, aka Jake Paul and KSI, but in my eyes, someone like Jake Paul, I believe, has worked his way up to being recognized as a real professional boxer. He's fought better competition than some of the young guys who have amateur careers have fought at 6-0. So I gotta give him credit. And my last video I made on him about him versus Anderson Silva, I did say I would give him credit. Doesn't matter about the age, I will give him credit if he beat Anderson Silva, which he did rather convincingly and even got a knockdown. So I can't knock him at all. But someone I could knock is Mr. Tommy Fumble Fury. Now this guy, Tommy, right? He flew under the radar. I know Jake said that boxers respect him, but he honestly flew under the radar. All we saw was the Fury name. We saw a big jack dude, and we're like, yo, no one really seen his fights, no one really looked into it. We just kind of like, okay, yeah, he's a Fury, he's these, and we see a couple knockouts. But then you know what Jake did? He put a spotlight on this guy's career, and we started looking deep. We see guys with negative records. We're seeing like, I don't want to call it, but I'm seeing like dive looking fights, okay? I don't like to call it fake shit, but like I've seen a lot of fights that look like the guys just roll over. I've seen, and then after all that pressure Jake finally put on his career, we see him have to step it up because he was about to fight a guy who was like 1-50 or something. Like he fought guys with terrible records if you look into it. So he finally steps up and fights someone with a positive record, 2-1. I'm like, okay, this is his first positive. Let's see how he does. In my eyes, he loses the fight. I don't know the guy's name exactly, but I thought he lost the fight or it was a draw. But they gave it to him, of course. But it just kept getting worse. And then Jake Paul sent his shooter, Anthony Taylor. And Anthony Taylor is a 145 MMA fighter, and he just made him look like shit. I don't know how to explain it to y'all, but I'll explain it like this. Tommy Fury is not a good fighter. I will be rooting for Jake Paul. I know this is crazy. I never thought all these years that I'd be rooting for Jake Paul. But I'm rooting for Jake Paul to knock this guy out. This dude is a drunk. He loves Molly. Y'all seen him in the club. And he likes to sucker punch people outside of wherever he be at. He likes to get drunk and sucker punch some guys and completely miss, by the way. That just shows you how garbage of a fighter this guy is. He'd be overweight all the time. That's why he pulled out the last fight. And he just has no discipline. And I will be rooting for Jake Paul to beat this guy. And I do believe he has a very good chance of beating him. It'll probably be 60-40, I'd put it for Jake Paul right now. Because that Anderson Silva performance really boosted his skill level, I believe. It was a good step up. So hopefully I can see this being a close decision, because Tommy Fury does have some type of boxing ability, whether you want to admit it or not. It's not the greatest, and I think Jake Paul could possibly get the better of him. But obviously Tommy Fury has a chance. But in my eyes, this is looking like a Jake Paul close decision. Hopefully even knockout, who knows. But anyways, that's my thoughts on Tommy Fumbles. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.